So I golfed yesterday, 90, whatever. It was warm. It was hot.
Yeah.
But there was a breeze pretty much all day, so it definitely helped not feel terrible. I got home at like 7, walked in, talked to Mary for a couple minutes, and I'm like, I got to go mow the other half of the yard because the rain's coming. And I'm like, it's bad. One half looked amazing, and the other half looked terrible. So I went out and mowed 35 minutes. I was drenched. I mean, like, my shorts were wet, like everything. I was like, this was so much worse than it had got so humid last night.
Yeah.
I was dripping wet. I came in, she's like, what? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, this is insane how bad this is.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the bleachers
Yeah.
the whole game, and I was just pouring sweat. But
Yeah.
it was fine.
I don't think it would have been.
I imagine.
It was okay. We were okay.
Yeah. Everyone's sweating at that point, so it's
Yeah.
like, there's no
It
grossness.
just makes me, ugh, no.
Actually, it was like, so I was definitely sweaty in my face, but like I wasn't dripping because I wasn't doing anything. So
Yeah.
it was just kind of
You're just sitting there
evaporating off
cooking.
of me. Yeah, it was just cooking. Yeah, just roasting in my own juices.
Throw that butter on and just let me roast.
My skin's all dry, Jerry. He's the butter based.
Welcome to our Film Fathers podcast, the definitive podcast about fatherhood, film, and fatherhood in film. This is Jelani, and with me as always are a golden god and a guy who thinks Rolling Stone is the enemy, but thinks it would be cool to be on the cover. Martin and Brady.
You cannot make friends with the rock stars. If you're going to be a true journalist, a rock journalist, first, you never get paid much, but you will get free records from the record company. Fucking nothing about you that is controversial. God, it's going to get ugly. And they're going to buy you drinks. You're going to meet girls. They're going to try to fly you places for free, offer you drugs. I know, it sounds great, but these people are not your friends. These are people who want you to write sanctimonious stories about the genius of rock stars, and they will ruin rock and roll and strangle everything we love about it, right? And then it just becomes an industry of cool.
I work just as hard or harder than anybody on that stage. You know what I do? I connect. I get people off. I look for the guy who isn't getting off, and I make him get off.
This week, we're diving headfirst into one of the most beloved rock and roll love letters ever captured on film, Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous. It's a coming-of-age journey, a backstage pass to the golden age of music journalism, and a deeply personal tale that blends heart, humor, and heartbreak with unforgettable characters and one legendary soundtrack. So grab your headphones, cue up your favorite track, and let's hit the road. Any confessions to make if your plane is going down?
Brady? I always will default to you.
Nothing worth putting on tape right now. Plane's not going down at the moment.
Right.
I got one.
Well, all right.
This was my first time seeing this.
Oh, wow.
Wow is right.
That's amazing.
That rocks Martin's world.
Yeah, it shouldn't, right? At this point, we say that every time, but
You know what? This one actually might be, if I remembered all of them, this one has to be up there with most surprising.
Yeah.
because it's a music movie and you're a music guy.
It's also just, here. Tell us
everything.
your unfiltered
Tell us the
thoughts.
story.
Tell the audience.
Yeah, so I mean,
Tell Cameron Crowe.
in 2000, this was not on my radar at all.
No one was talking about it.
Never heard of it. Didn't see anything buzz about it. No, it was just not one that I was into. This was before I got into DJing, so I wouldn't have explored more than like my comfort zone of R&B and hip hop. And as I watched it, I'm like, this is pretty good. pretty good.
It's a lot of heart, right?
It's good in the sense like I really enjoyed like Penny Lane's character as the muse and just following that along and then seeing how like her just being around influenced everybody, right? It wasn't just the band, it wasn't just
William?
not just William, not just the lead singer, but like how everybody was
The
infected.
guitarist.
You meant Russell.
The
Russell,
guitarist
yes.
with Mystique.
Right. Like everybody was impacted by her, and granted, she didn't want to be called a groupie, but there was some
The Band-Aid.
right, the Band-Aid. She was a Band-Aid, but
Hear
she
about the
also
music.
like was that traditional Greek muse, right? Like
Yeah.
it's you inspire somebody to do something else, and as you like see it go through, it's like, oh, that's just supposed to be your role. You're not supposed to be anything more. You're not supposed to want anything more. And then when you are offered something more or somebody wants to offer you more, like you're not interested in it. And it's like part of me in the middle of the way through it wanted William to end up with her, but I'm like, that's not ever going to happen. Like that's not what she's there for. That's not her role in the story, in life. Like she's not going to end up with you.
Which is why they nailed it. Because they
Right.
didn't
do force that.
Yeah, they didn't force the bullshit.
Try to push
connection.
that in.
Is this a romantic comedy?
No.
We were talking about when I went to see that Terminator movie with Charlie and crew. We were talking about it, and somebody brought up Almost Famous as a rom-com. I'm like, I don't know that it
think
is.
it's enough calm
Yeah,
to
'cause-
be in play for that.
Oh, I think there's enough comedy. I don't think there's enough
I don't.
romance.
I don't think there's enough comedy.
I don't think to be a rom com. I don't think it is. I'm not saying there's not funny
Sure.
parts. There are, but I think it's there's to your earlier point. I think there's so much more actual heart and drama. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah,
but,
it's drama. It's,
Yeah, they're drama.
but
it's the
anyway,
only thing it can be. If it's not a rom-com, what else is it?
It's a
do whatever
rom-com.
you wanna
Just a
be.
movie. Yeah. I just don't think there's enough romance in it. It's more of a coming of age.
I think there's romance all
Comedy.
over it. It's just not traditional like rom com romance.
Between who? Between
I'll be
Russell
honest,
and
you
Penny?
don't want it to be a rom com.
No,
it's
I don't.
worse as
It's-
a rom com.
I mean,
Is there a
Cameron Crowe
rom-com
is
between
is the
Russell
king.
and William?
A bro rom-com? Brocom?
Because they're the ones that end up together in the end.
Yeah.
to a degree.
What
yeah.
do you love about music? To start everything. I mean, Cameron Crowe is the king of rom-coms, right? With Say Anything and Jerry Maguire. One of the great lines in that movie. And then I think I read when this movie came out that he's like, what am I doing writing this movie about a sports agent? It did really well. It's a very good movie. Tom Cruise. He's like, the story I really want to tell is because it's based on his real life.
Yeah.
He actually did a lot of stuff. I think the band. I should know this, but the band he was on tour with was Allman Brothers.
Yes.
Did you look it up? Yeah, okay.
Correct.
And so yeah, this is the story he's always wanted to tell. Kind of like we talked about last week, maybe with David Leitch about the story he wanted to tell as the Fall Guy. This definitely is what Cameron Crowe has always been wanting to make this movie, and it just shows it's a love letter, like you said in the beginning, to rock and roll, to his life, to journalism, to just music.
Yeah, I mean, he took a lot of different pieces based off a lot of the things I was reading, and there's an immense amount of that. But he did write for Rolling Stone, right? He did tour
For
with
Ben Fong Torres.
Yes, he did tour with the Allman Brothers. He did almost die in a plane crash with the Who. Russell Hammond was loosely based on Glenn Fry of the Eagles. Like a lot of, and there's just an endless amount of this, right? Like there's
They said
pieces.
there's a real Penny Lane too. I don't
There's-
think I knew that until
yeah,
this watching
and
of the
she
movie.
is. It's a Penny. I don't know if I took that note down or not.
No one knows her real name.
But she was from like Oregon, and there was a different name for the Band-Aids. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but yeah, there's just a lot that was real. Obviously, all crammed into one, and not around one band. But
It's a composite, an amalgamation.
it is all of those things. And I saw like according to Crow, he sent the script all around town to see if he could get anyone to respond. And Spielberg read the script and told him direct every word. And
Nice.
that was the the justification. I guess that he did. Well, he was on the right track or whatever.
Yeah,
however
yeah.
you want to say it. But yeah, how do you beat hearing that from someone of that stature when you're trying to put something like this, your passion project, out into the world? This movie I've seen probably 5 or 6 times. Been a while though.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking great. Like it doesn't. There's so many like great parts along the way, and I was trying to like it, not in like a fast paced way, but like it doesn't let up because every scene is packed with so much like real, raw, like emotion and or
I want to see real people.
Yeah.
Real Topeka people.
Yes, you
it's
do.
real. It's real.
But I will say, Martin, real quick, Martin, is this your favorite movie? Is this like
Of all time.
top 3, 5?
It's funny because people always assume it is.
Well, I feel like you've said something to the effect. Maybe I'm wrong.
And I probably would, but I think I fought that because it seemed like too obvious, like for it to be my favorite movie. But there's like no denying it. I almost wasn't going to watch it this time because I'm like I've seen it so many times. I know it, and I did just watch it recently because Lindsay hadn't seen it. But then I put it on and I'm like, I'm just gonna get started, and I got sucked in and watched the whole fucking thing without even like blinking because like you said, like when are you gonna stop?
Yeah.
Each time I'm like, no, I want to see. I know the scenes, but each scene is perfect. So I just kept going and watched the whole thing.
I have
again.
a massive imperfection, and it might infuriate the both
It's
of
the
you.
main actor. To me, I don't love Pat. Is it Patrick Fugit? Is
Oh,
that his name?
no, you're right. That's
Yeah,
a flaw.
That's my only
That's a
problem
miss,
with the movie.
and it's hard to cast someone that's of the right.
because he had to look young and he had
Yeah,
to look
it's-
innocent. He had to be a new actor, a fresh face. But he is not a good actor.
No, he's not good. That's not my.
What am I to you? It's so robotic.
Yeah, it's very robotic.
yeah.
My biggest complaint isn't Patrick Fugit or Fugit or however.
It's definitely French. Fuji. It's Patrick Fuji.
This is where I might infuriate.
You might
I feel like
lose
I
me?
might piss off Jelani. It just angers me that the movie starts with the chipmunks.
Oh.
It's not gonna.
This
infuriate me.
fucking movie is it's packed with great, immense classic
It bothered me
rock
the first time I
music,
saw it, too.
and it's in my opinion a travesty that they started off with the Chipmunks Christmas music, and apparently it was because of Zoe Deschanel, which fucking makes me hate it even more.
Did she pick that song?
She,
I thought
according to Crow, she absolutely loved the song so much, and not whether it's her fault or not. But it's
Well, I
it's
thought
not what
it was
should
more
start with.
Cameron Crowe love when he was young
When
or
he was
something,
younger?
and that's
Yeah.
why he put. And because his mom probably wouldn't
Yeah.
let him listen to any
I'm
rock
sure
music,
it
right?
contributed, but it bothers me for a movie about rock and roll that like that's in the movie.
No, see, I've come around on it because I agree. I didn't like that when I first saw it, maybe the first couple times, but this time I was like, no, it works because for the reason I said, he was innocent at the time. It was probably the only thing he could listen to, and it jars you because you're not expecting
Yeah.
it.
Most films.
So-
The note I saw was most films have music budgets of like $1.5 million or less. This film featured over 50 songs with a music budget of $3.5 million, and that's what they fucking start. That's right out of the gate. It just really bothered me. Really bothered me.
Well, when we did
Chipmunks.
Soundtrack September, I picked a Cameron Crowe movie. I picked Singles, which is another great soundtrack. So he just nails it with picking the right songs.
He's coming from a world of music. He's
Yeah.
obviously going to have
He's married to Nancy Wilson.
right
of
from
Heart.
Heart when
Yeah.
she was. So that was. Excuse me. That was the other thing I was thinking a lot about while watching it, and I've thought about this before. But does this movie work if they don't have a song to
They
go
don't have
with?
Tiny
If they don't have
Dancer?
Fever Dog,
Oh,
a song.
yeah, the good songs.
that plays like the band
how
has
to
to
do
have
it,
this
yeah.
song that like resonates enough. It's funny. I was watching this here this week, and today at work I was queuing up music to play, and I was playing a bunch of classic rock because of it, and I put Fever Dog on the list.
the whole song, yeah.
Yeah, with the other classic rock stuff because it's just been in my brain. But so I was curious about that, and I saw that his wife and him and Peter Frampton wrote Fever Dog and the music for Stillwater, and I think it's just easier said than done to assume that they were able to just like, oh well, we'll just write a song and make it work. Like, but they wrote a song that I would
actually pretty
argue
good, and it
is
feels like
pretty
it's of
good.
the era.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's
really-
like that thing you do. You seen that? You guys seen that movie?
Yeah, I just think that song's garbage, but
It's written by the Fountains of Wayne
it's not
guys.
going to make me like it anymore.
No, I know. I'm just saying,
I know.
but I think they did a good job of making
plays for
of
the
the
movie.
era.
Yes.
Right.
Like it felt like it came out of that time.
And that's
I think it's a good song,
This
but-
I think that really that song could, I don't know if it would break the movie, but I think it really mattered that that band had a song that they could play and it was like, yes, this is their popular song. This is them on stage performing it. And you don't even need to hear the whole thing. It's just,
I should have had a list of fake bands and fake songs and what's the best one in a movie, but I don't have it
I think
in front
we
of me.
talked about this.
We might have talked about it because I think I told you guys there's a guy who makes shirts. I saw it on TikTok
Oh, yeah, I
years
remember
ago,
you talking about
Fochella. And it's like the headliner would be like Stillwater, and
Right.
the other one would be Citizen Dick from Singles, or something else, some other.
that thing
other
you do is the
movies.
first one listed.
Yeah, the Oneaters, the Wonders.
Nobody Like You, Turning Red, Spinal Tap, Big Bottom.
Oh yeah, Spinal Tap songs.
Freaky
That
Friday.
makes sense.
That's-
Oh, you know what it is? Scotty Doesn't Know is mine.
Oh, that's
hands
on there.
down,
Lush
hands
Trap.
down, the best one. Because the movie's terrible, but you have a Matt Damon cameo right at the end singing a song about how Scotty he doesn't know.
Shallow from Stars Born
Yeah,
is listed.
Shell's really good. I just bought the vinyl of the Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson.
Fever Dog
movie.
doesn't even come up on this list of like 20 that's up here, but I think it's probably not like a phenomenal song. I just think it really works.
But it works.
To your earlier point of the era, of the band it plays, and it's just like it really when they perform it. It's just to me. It's
I mean, the
just like,
guitars are incendiary.
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 I think it was also good just to see, like, one, I love Jason Lee. Jason Lee.
That's why I gave Brady the Jason Lee quote.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Jeffrey Beebe.
Back when we were the Jeff Beebe band. See, I know every line. It's too much.
Also Bebe. That's not the way I spell Beebe. Because that's not the way Don Beebe spelled it.
Right. But yeah, just the way that he showed his frustration, but then also like showed his admiration for Russell and things like that. I think he did an excellent job in that role. And
I wholeheartedly agree.
but then also like it was funny because as I'm watching, like when they go to see the DJ, like, and he KG is just out,
KG.
just out on his ass, and they're just talking. It's like,
There's like, how many times can we swear?
can we swear? But were they pissed at each other, or were they just fucking around because they could swear on air? And then
A little bit of both, right?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was a little bit of like letting the steam out so that the band could
Yeah,
keep
why
going.
did it take you so long to fucking say something nice about me?
Yeah. So I thought it was really good to show that like that internal turmoil in the band, but also show that like, hey, when we get on stage, like we want to play together, and we know that like in order to do so, you got to keep it going. You're the lead singer, right? I'm just the guitarist.
I heard the huddle thing that they do, and get on my back for a piggyback ride is what Pearl Jam does.
And that was Crow got brought in
Yeah, yes.
when he was, I think, traveling with them because he did I assume you watched their like it's like 25.
Eddie Vedder was in Singles, and
But the Crow did the like Pearl Jam documentary. I think it was like their 25 or 25th or something.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I believe that.
Wait, you really haven't?
No,
Pearl Jam. There's a documentary about Pearl Jam done by Cameron Crowe, and you haven't seen it?
yeah,
That blows my fucking mind.
I know. I probably should.
Pearl Jam 20. Dude, it's
Okay.
really good. Really good.
I remember when.
Strong
I remember
Wreck.
that. Yeah, you've seen it,
Yeah. I like Pearl Jam.
dude. Speaking of rock
That's from
documentaries,
2011. Who are you?
Some Kind of Monster, the Metallica documentary, is really fucking good. I just watched it.
Dude, Metallica's amazing. I mean,
No,
you don't
but
even
it's-
have to be a massive fan.
But that's why it's so good. It's because it's the making
Not
of their
about them?
worst album. No, it's the making of their worst album. It's the making of Saint Anger that took like 3 years and
Bombed.
bombed, and it's just like it shows like a band at the height of when they should be at the height of their power, and they just have too much money and don't know what they're doing. But it also is like them very real, and it pisses you off because Lars is such an idiot
Oh, it
asshole.
sucks so bad.
James Hetfield is very cool, and you kind of respect him. And then Kirk Hammett, you just love because he's this sweetheart, the only guy that's like, hey, I'm just here. I'm just going to do what I need to do, and he's the most talented guy in the band. He's not fighting with with the other two, but it's so good, such a good rock.
I definitely haven't seen that, but
Yeah.
I do generally
recommend.
feel that like music documentaries in general, like obviously you probably need to have some curiosity or interest in the band, but like
Not always though.
not
right?
always. I
Yeah.
think if you just like good stories, I think they're out there, right? Depending on who's doing them. Pearl Jam 20 is amazing. I'm really surprised you haven't seen that. Like I said, because you
Yeah.
legitimately it checks a lot of boxes for you.
Yeah.
I'm a big Pearl Jam fan, and I think I was excited to watch that when it came out. But like Metallica, I wouldn't call myself like a massive Metallica fan, but I really appreciate their music and really appreciate like what they've done over a long period of time. And I've seen Jason Isbell documentary recently.
I haven't watched that one either. I
Who
want to watch
are
it.
you?
I know. I'm sorry.
You are not who I thought you were.
You're falling into my territory.
I do have his
You
latest.
read every book that's published.
I
and
have
somehow
his
I can't
latest
get you to
album
watch the
on
documentary.
vinyl, and I love it. His latest album's so good. We haven't talked about it. Have you heard it? Foxes in the Snow.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so good.
yeah. You messaged me like the day.
Oh,
it
I
came
did.
out.
Yeah.
Well, the documentary was for the album before that, and
Was it?
it was on HBO Max.
Yeah, and I saw clips of it because I saw that. Yeah,
I'll tell you this: when they got divorced, I wasn't surprised.
yeah, that's the clips I saw because I've always loved them as a couple. because
Yeah. So what's not
when
to
I
like?
first saw their like Tiny Desk concert, I was like, oh my god, she loves him so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, she has a crush on him, and I didn't know they were married. I'm just like, that woman loves
Yeah.
him, and I'm like, and I always like, what,
Yeah,
what,
you
what do
can-
the kids say? I
Skibbity?
shipped them.
I don't know.
I think that's a thing. It's a
made up.
relationship anyway. But yeah, then when I saw that they were like basically getting divorced, that's
Yeah.
pretty sad.
No, it sucks. But
It makes for good art though.
Jelani, were you familiar as a first timer with either of the what I would call two legendary scenes from this movie? And
Yeah.
Martin, second question: do you know the scenes I'm talking about?
I think I know the one.
I definitely think you know the one.
The one where they're at the party.
I'm the Golden God. I
Golden
feel like
God.
is one.
Fun fact: every time I see Phil Kosh play, I yell, "Phil Kosh is a golden god."
Nice, love that.
And then
Shout out
Since
Kosh.
2000, I should
Shout
say.
out Kosh.
and then
That's how he knows I'm at his show.
Which is apparently a reference to I think I can't remember if it was Plant or Page,
Okay.
not on a rooftop, but on a balcony like over L.A. screamed that he was a golden god, and that was kind of the tie-in,
Love it.
rumored to be.
And then scene 2 would just be them singing on the bus, right?
Tiny Dancer, yeah, I would say Martin. Is that the one you thought of?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Is what?
yeah.
you were
Those are
gonna
the two that
Yeah.
he thought of them, which justifies my question.
say. Very good.
So wait, were you familiar with those?
I was
or-
familiar with Tiny Dancer, not so much the Golden God.
Yeah, the Tiny Dancer one I think has lived.
Rent free in your head.
I think in a lot of people's.
Yeah.
Oh, if
I
I'm
was
not
gonna
wrong,
say-
it revitalized
Yeah,
Tiny Dancer.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Like, I don't remember the song before it. I don't remember ever hearing it. I don't think.
100%.
And now you can't get away from it. And I don't know. I don't know if I feel like Bohemian Rhapsody from Wayne's World,
Yeah.
same way, but that song was obviously huge before that, but I just was too young for it.
It was probably
or
huge. I don't know. It definitely reached a new audience, and
Right.
that's where Tiny Dancer, no doubt, hit a new generation. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And I may be misdating that, but I do think it opened doors, and yes, became. I would be very curious to see like a chart of the success of Tiny Dancer, and it feels like when this movie hit, it shot to the moon.
Yeah.
And never really came down that much.
Yep.
But it's such a cool scene. And to your earlier point, by the way, Patrick Fuji, he apparently was like legitimately the worst singer Crow like had ever heard, and they had to like drown out his vocals because he was
Because he wasn't shy about it.
He was ruining the scenes.
They just unplugged his mic.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I thought was just kind of amazing. But because he yeah. It's, I don't want to like rip on, like he was clearly a kid or younger.
Right.
Like, but that was a miss. Like they got that wrong. You probably should have got an actor who could speak on camera.
Do you know he's the deputy in Gone Girl?
You know what? And you say that,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
I can straight up picture him. And
Yeah.
I feel like we might have. Martin probably called it out when we watched it.
I don't know if you guys did the research on this, but did they all learn to play instruments for this movie?
It's amazing that you said this. I'm looking at my note about that.
Well, it would just be who would have to learn other than Russell.
But
What's the actor's name?
they wanted, in order to
Billy
Billy
Crudup.
Crudup.
in order to come off as a real band, They rehearsed for 4 hours a night, 5 nights a week for 6 weeks to come off as a band.
I think you could have just gotten an actual drummer and an actual bassist.
Yeah, I think
And
there's something.
Jason
to that.
Lee probably could have been a rock
And
star
I
right
saw
away.
something where he was
A singer.
He didn't want to look like a parody,
Okay.
but the lead singer of Bad Company was like a big motivation for
Okay.
him, and I can't remember the other one, but
I mean, they looked legit. So whatever they did,
look
they
legit,
did right.
and
Yeah.
I feel like that ties into
It
what I
probably
was
does
saying
take
earlier.
time.
Like the songs
it made
mattered,
it looked effortless, I guess. So.
and they didn't look like a joke, and
No.
that's what you would have wouldn't have maybe ruined the movie, but it would have stood out.
Yeah, there's a part where Crudup goes into like the solo, and he looks cool as fuck. So so yeah, I think it shows he worked. He
Top
worked at
2
it.
Crudup role.
Jesus Son,
Obviously.
and this, yeah, for sure.
If you don't know, now you know.
Maybe Watchmen, but that's just a good movie. I don't think his role was
No,
that
it's
great.
clear. I knew who I was talking to, and I knew
Yeah.
my audience. It's Jesus' son, and it's this. Go for Crudup, stay for Jack Black.
That's right. We got to do that. We got to bargain in that.
We just got to find the right time.
All right.
You know, it's
All right.
trust me. You know I'm in. So real quick though on the Frampton and Nancy Wilson and Crow writing the song.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know that at age 18, Cameron Crowe wrote the liner notes to Frampton Comes Alive?
I read that before. I wouldn't have pulled it.
Just a fucking crazy
I mean, he's a good writer, right?
tidbit. I know, but like
Good journalist. And
it just the ties that bind. Like really, it's the fact that
I had that album on vinyl too.
Cameron
Everyone
Crowe
did.
went on to like do more than just be a guy who
Right.
like he's just become such part of the
Yeah.
the ether. And other than Pearl Jam 20, which you refuse to watch, and then Frampton taught Crudup how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
Which is, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like you don't need to be a diehard fan to know like that's insane.
Is your dad a big Frampton fan? I could see it.
I think he likes Frampton. I don't remember him having Frampton Comes Alive. I don't in like the
I'm sure he did. Everyone.
yeah, but
I feel
like
everyone
I
did.
remember going through the albums
Okay.
and like I mean he loves guitar, he loves blues. I feel
Oh,
like
he loves
it's,
Neil Young.
yes he does. He loves Neil Young. Which they said the first shot or not the first shot, but one of those early shots from the stage out where like the roses were laying on the stage was a Neil Young kind of album cover shot. I can't remember which one off the top of my head, but which I was like, oh, that's awesome. And those are the things that I think Crow cared a lot about, where it was like, I want to make references here and there that like music lovers are going to appreciate.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you could have done something like this at 15?
Gone on tour with a.
A rock band.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I could have. I don't think I would have written a great story about it. I don't think I was as good a writer as he probably was at that age.
That wasn't
That's
wasn't
wild.
the question.
No, I didn't. I don't think I would have been.
Could you
able-
survive?
Could you survive? Yeah, I think
I don't think
I'd be
any
fine.
of us could have. I don't think anyone in the world could actually do that. Like I think
Could I have went on the road with Pearl Jam and
Smashing
if
Pumpkins?
I was a good writer,
Ooh,
Smashing Pumpkins, that's
that's a
good.
great
Yeah, I
track.
could have done it. Yeah, for sure. I would have loved to do it. Are you kidding? Like,
I know you would have loved to, but would you have like had the like conviction to be like, yeah, this is
And you
what I
could
want
just
to
be
do?
like,
I hear
cool
your
with
question
it.
and I say yes. I don't know. Like I don't know how many times I can say yes.
We want you to be honest and tell us. No.
dig down deep and tell us the truth, Martin.
Yeah, I think I would have been all right with it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Would your mom?
No, yeah, they clearly wouldn't. I mean, it is wild that he was graduating high school that early, right?
Yeah.
That he had a couple extra years.
Well, that's
which is
'cause she
what
pushed
made
him
do
ahead.
it. Right. 11! This explains so much.
Yeah.
He didn't have pubes.
I think that's probably why he left. He didn't want to be called Pubes the rest of his high school career.
Did you guys know that, what's his name? Mark Maron was the guy that says, lock the gate.
I missed it. I saw that after the fact, and I'm like, I definitely did not catch Barron.
Did you listen to WTF, his podcast ever?
Very little. I feel like I should have listened to more. And
I mean, he kind of ended when he got Obama on because I was like, he's like, I'm never going to top this. But he would start.
I thought he just ended not long ago. I didn't realize.
Oh, maybe he did more after that. I'm pretty sure that was it. Maybe that's just when I stopped listening.
I think he just.
Martin said it's never
I
getting
think
better
just
than
not
this.
that long ago he quit.
Oh, okay. I'll have to fact check that, but
Couple
fact check
years.
myself. But yeah, he had that line. He started his show.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, with Lock the Gates, because that's what he was. Yeah. But there were a bunch of people that we didn't know at the time that we know now.
Yeah. I had Eric Stone Street as
Dude, I spotted him too. I was
Hotel
like,
clerk.
man,
Your mom freaked me out.
that was a young-looking Eric Stone Street for sure.
Yeah,
We mentioned KG already as the radio DJ.
yeah.
Jay Baruchel as the super fan.
Yeah.
Who just kept popping up. Nick Swartzen.
Everything's happening. Penny Lane, Miss
It's all
Penny Lane
happening.
is here. It's all happening. Yeah,
It's
there
all
you go. I
happening.
said it wrong.
Yeah, Baruchel.
Nick Swartzen as the Bowie fan. Did you see him in the hotel?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
I did see, yes.
He's
Yep.
the one chatting. And then the two were bigger ones. Rainn Wilson
Yeah.
as the
Yep.
Rolling Stone exec, and then Jimmy Fallon.
I'll say
as the-
Jim. Yeah, obviously Fallon. I'll be
I don't
honest,
think I realized that was Fallon until
Previously?
almost this viewing. For
I
some
remembered
reason.
it always.
Because he
and
did really well. He didn't sound like Fallon to me. He sounded a little bit
He
different.
sounded exactly like
We're
that.
going to disagree.
I know, but
I think he's a weak link as well.
yeah, probably.
And it's nothing to do. I felt that way in the beginning. This is previous. This has nothing to do with the fact that he's now like this like late night guy. I think he is a problem.
Well, at least he didn't laugh during any of the takes. So
Yeah. I did like his line, though. He's like, do you think Mick Jagger's going to be 60 and dancing on stage? I'm like, yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, there was an episode of WTF from like a couple weeks ago.
oh man, I was way off.
You thought it was when
I thought
Obama
it
became
ended
president?
I thought it ended in no, because it was when Obama was coming out. So I thought it ended in like 2018.
Sarah Sherman from SNL from July 21st.
Wow.
Recently.
Wow. Okay. Never mind. I didn't know he still did it. But we didn't talk about Mr. Lester Bangs.
Oh, well, I knew we were going to get there. And
Yeah, because so many quotables. You know, everything he said, I think, is quotable in this movie.
So we obviously do quotes before the episode, and I listed out his one speech was like 5 quotes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we could use any of these. Like,
Yeah.
and Philip Seymour Hoffman is a
God, I love
phenomenal.
I miss him.
Yeah. Like a crazy. Well, and ironically, I read that Lester Bangs in real life died young from a drug overdose, and obviously that's exactly how Philip Seymour Hoffman went as well. He is such a. I mean, what do you think he's got? Like 5 minutes max of like screen time,
Right.
and it's just like an absolute
Give him,
banger at
give
all
him the
times.
Oscar. Give him the supporting actor Oscar.
I've seen
Wasn't
people
even nominated.
Probably not. I don't.
and that's
I
and,
didn't look.
it's a travesty because I've seen people with less do worse get nominated and win, and like this is phenomenal.
Yeah. He did a really good job. I also think Frances McDormand did a really good job, too.
She
I don't
did.
want to gloss over Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I don't want to say that it's just her, you know, but it does feel like it could just be her.
It could be. That just could be her default setting. But I think she did well as that mom that's like, I think I'm smarter than everything.
Coping with
And then, but yeah, not
why don't my kids want to be around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the intellectual mom, right? The mom that's like thought through everything but doesn't connect to her kids on like the emotional
I
level.
like the girl who's like in her class, like sweating, taking notes, and then like even the like
Rock stars have kidnapped my son. And she's like writing it down.
yeah, even the social commentary about her real life. She's like, I'm probably gonna notate this as well.
So it got best actress in a supporting role, Kate Hudson.
Well, I want to talk about Kate Hudson at some point too, but
Frances McDormand also. So
she was nominated as
she got
well.
nominated. And then best writing, original screenplay, Cameron Crowe. It didn't win any of these. And then best film editing.
I would
No,
be
it won.
curious.
He won for best
He won?
screenplay.
It did.
What year?
2001.
The 2001.
Oh, it does say
Oscars?
winner. I'm sorry. You're right.
2000.
Yeah, good call. Thank you.
2001 Oscars.
Yeah.
Yes.
2001 winner. You're right. It won for best screenplay. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Jelani's right, or what are you saying?
No, the screenplay Oscar winners are usually the best movies.
Best movies.
Yeah, it doesn't always. Sometimes it wins the screenplay and wins Best Picture, but like who won for Best Picture in 2001? Let's look at
Well,
that.
actor to supporting role, the nominees: Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator.
Wait, I thought he didn't get.
I said nominees.
Oh, I didn't know he got nominated.
Joaquin Phoenix is amazing.
Okay. No, I know. We talked about it.
Well, then you don't know.
But I thought the point was that he didn't even get nominated, and you were like, "That's a travesty." I think you were saying it's a travesty that he didn't win.
Albert Finney and Aaron Brockovich, Willem Dafoe in Shadow of the Vampire, Jeff Bridges in The Contender, and winner Benicio del Toro in Traffic.
Traffic.
Lester Bangs deserves to be represented.
Yeah,
See you, Willem Dafoe.
for sure.
Shadow of
And
the Vampire.
Gladiator won Best Picture, which is fine. It's a good
Which
movie.
is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. But you know what? I'd rather rewatch Almost Famous than
It's
Gladiator.
to me, I agree. Philip Seymour Hoffman's role is small, and I'm sure that was the knock, but it is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Kate Hudson. I wanted to talk.
Miss Penny Lane. You guys
Did-
know what Penny Lane is, or why
Is it
her
a
name?
Beatles reference?
Beatles.
It's a Beatles song. Yeah,
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't know that.
you said it right.
She's so perfect, and obviously out of nowhere at the time.
Right.
And I saw something where she had no idea that she would be the cover, like the poster.
Yeah.
That was not ever like talked about, and then she ended up being the face of Almost Famous. She's great, and she's so like watching it, and obviously she's gone on to become somebody, and she obviously might have had a head
Has
start.
a heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she is really like she's a force in the role, even when she's just kind of doing her own thing. I saw where Crow's favorite scene was her dancing on the stage in Cleveland by herself, where there's just kind of, and I think it kind of almost doesn't make sense. And I should say
But it does, because I think Lester Bangs is talking about something about rock and roll, and they just have her dancing on. So it's like
He's narrating.
He's talking about the purity of rock and roll,
Yeah.
how it's ruining or something, and she's on there representing that.
Yeah, it really is.
I haven't thought about this movie at all, or dove too deeply into its meaning.
But she's so perfectly placed. It just doesn't feel like that happens. We talk about like good casting a lot of times, and obviously bad casting, I think, is easy to tell too.
Yeah, I mean, it's in contrast in this movie, right? Alongside,
Yeah.
think of what would have happened if they got
If they nailed
if they nailed
William Miller
Patrick,
role.
yeah, because they nailed Russell, and they had chemistry for sure. I like
Yeah.
when they do the whole pretend to not know each other, and the whole what's her name, Anna Paquin, like narrates what's
God,
going
Anna
on.
Paquin's so
I know I
brilliant.
don't like her, but she's good in this because she plays it right. But she's
She's
like,
normal. She's herself, and this she's so hateable.
yeah, it's fine.
Brady
It
hasn't
works
liked her
somehow.
since the piano.
Right. Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
You didn't know that Anna Paquin won?
Yeah, she won.
Yeah,
She won.
no, I know. Which
Best
is
youngest
supporting
winner.
actress.
clearly a travesty. She sucks. There's no arguing this. Like she's brutal.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you what.
I wouldn't go that far.
I never watched it. I do know that she was.
Yeah, I've not seen the piano either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't really like her in anything she's done, but I don't.
You know why?
I like a lot of movies that she
She's
is in. That,
sucks.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
the absolute worst. So
And there's a lot of Fruza Balk, another one of the
Yeah,
Band-Aids.
she's great. These new girls eat all the steak.
A name that surprised me on the cast. You went through a couple of those, Johnny, but you didn't get to Mitch Hedberg,
Yeah,
Eagles road manager. And I'm like, whoa, definitely. Some of those scenes were kind of quick, and
Yeah.
there was like a lot of bodies, and you're like trying to get your bearings. But I was like, oh, Mitch Hedberg, that's really funny. And Peter Frampton was actually in the movie as well. We talked about him obviously making the movie better, but the Hedberg name, as I was watching on the credits, and I was like, wait.
I mean, if you need someone that looks like they're from the '70s,
Right?
You
Go
got
with
Mitch
Mitch
Hedberg. Yeah,
I don't disagree with you at all. I just think it's
no need for hair and makeup.
I'm good. I brought my own.
Well, and I saw something where he talked about it in his act. He was like, I was in a movie where I had to smoke fake pot with Peter Frampton, and it's like instead of smoking real pot with people who look like Peter Frampton, which I've done a lot more.
That's such a good Mitch joke.
Yeah,
That's great.
I thought you did.
Was it Apocalypse Now where they switched out the stage pot for real pot?
I don't know, but that sounds like it could
I
be
think
right.
that was one of the movies where
This is the end.
where they smoked real pot and everybody started getting high and the director or Coppola had to like shut it down and be like, wait a minute.
That's
What are we
actually a
doing?
really good use of song in the movie too. Now in the end. Doors.
I mentioned the question on the front end, the plane scene when everyone's freaking
Confessing.
out. I particularly appreciated the Russell referencing Buddy Holly and the plane started to hit turbulence. Just immediately took me to La Bamba.
Yeah, started singing.
Just love it. But side note, and I've been saying it, we need to do La Bamba because I'm either way wrong or that movie still kicks ass.
Oh, it's still good.
That's where I'm leaning.
Yeah.
Clearly. But
When was the
Diamond
last time
Phillips.
you've seen it?
It's been a while, yeah, admittedly. But I think I saw part of it the other day. Not the other
The
day,
other
but,
day?
Not the other day. It's years now, but
Netflix
but like
got
as
it?
as an adult, and yeah, it was. I mean, even if it's just that I remembered it fondly, it wasn't bad.
I can
Parts
still
that I saw.
sing song. I bet I've seen that movie over a dozen times, and I'm not no exaggeration. And I might be on the low end. I probably am on the low end. There's a lot I can remember from that movie, and I
Were you able to watch Ozark with what's his name, the actor that played his brother, played Richie Valens' brother?
I don't know that I recall.
Did you watch Ozark?
I did.
Yeah.
I know the actor's name and I can't think of it.
I don't think you do,
Tony Dalton?
No.
Johnny. 100%. That's exactly where my brain went.
Everybody, quickly, look it
S.A.
up.
Morales.
Yeah. He was in Ozark.
Oh yeah.
He was like the main. He died like in.
Wait, that's him.
Yeah.
What did
See, I knew it. You would either know what I was talking about, or you would have that look on your
That's
face like you have
Bob?
right now. Yep.
What the fuck? My mind just got blown.
Bob. Yeah.
He's
that's
so
right.
much more handsome than his old age.
Yeah, he looks good with the salt and pepper.
Oh, I know where I just saw him.
Yeah, in Ozark.
No, we.
That's
that
what
too.
I've been trying to tell you guys.
But we just watched Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Oh, he's in Dead Reckoning.
I can't believe that that's him, and I never knew that.
From 1987 to whatever 2007 or whenever that show came out.
Joey Pants is in it, dude. La Bamba fucking slaps. That movie is so good.
Well, I mean, we were
We gotta do
mentioning. Well, no, we didn't really talk about. We talked about rock documentaries. We didn't talk about biopics.
Biopic.
Like there's Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man. There's Great Balls of Fire about Jerry Lee Lewis. There's La Bamba about Richie Valens, and I think
We
I think
got-
the '80s had some good ones.
We get the. Well, you talked about Joaquin Phoenix. Who? Walk the Line.
Walk the Line. Yep. There's a lot of good.
Ray.
Ray's great.
Get on up. This is the James Brown one.
James
Yeah.
Brown one, yeah.
But yeah, so that caught my eye, or that caught my ear, I should say, when he referenced the Buddy Holly thing, because I was like, oh shit, yeah. And he starts to sing Peggy Sue, which,
Yeah.
if you know, you know.
Your looks are becoming a problem.
Dude, it killed me. He's like, we should talk about this. Like, wait, what? It fucking absolutely floored him. Also love that they all were, New York was like that breaking point, right? Like they all were like, okay, real world comes back. The wives and such are not going to be along in Tupelo and everywhere prior, but we're going to hit New York and it's like separation time.
Yep.
And I think that actually added a lot when you talk about William and, watching the manager and Russell, trade her off for nothing, for a case of beer or
Right.
$50 and seeing like
To Humble Pie, which is Peter Frampton's band, right?
yeah, I didn't even know the band Humble Pie, to be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, I feel like I know.
You know some of the songs, probably.
Oh yeah, that's definitely possible. I take your word for it. But it was. I feel like there was just so much brought back to reality or whatever, a better way to say that. But for William, and to see, I think he started to believe, right, that there was, they actually do, like, as frustrating as it might have been, that there was, like, love there, or they cared about each other, and realize how one-sided it was at that point, because he was just more interested in not getting burned by having his wife or girlfriend or whatever she was know about it.
Right.
So,
It's funny that you mentioned it being the breaking point, because that's when William's bag splits open,
yeah. Oh yeah.
right? When they're getting out of the cab in New York City.
Touche.
Symbology.
Symbolism. But yeah, like I said, for the first time watching this, it was really good. It was a really good film. And
Did you watch it with Jen?
no, I watched it by myself. She was watching Kung Fu Panda with the kids.
And did you know who the original Russell was? And I say this not as like they could have been this person.
Dwayne Allman?
It was actually a different actor
Oh, you mean who's going to act as
who was Russell for months, and then they scrapped and changed.
No.
Did
Jeff
you?
Bridges.
Brad Pitt.
Oh.
He said he just didn't get it. He's like, he said, I still just don't really get it, and they moved on. They veered, and it ended up as Crudup. But like legitimately,
Brad Pitt said he didn't
yeah,
get it? Like
he's like, I
couldn't get into the role kind of thing?
he just didn't understand it. And,
Wild.
yeah, I'm a massive.
I have no problem with Billy Crudup's
No, I
role
think
in this.
it's.
So,
I think they 100% nailed it in every way. But I also am a massive Brad Pitt fan, and
Right.
it's like it's hard to think that it wouldn't have worked. But
right.
yeah, he.
That's a wild note. I did not know that.
Yeah, he apparently said, "I just don't get it enough to do it." And Kate Hudson was originally Zoe Deschanel's sister. And then Sarah Polley, who I had to look up, and I recognize the name.
Yeah.
Go. She was Penny Lane, and for like a month, and then she was doing her own thing and left for a movie that you've never heard of. And
The Sweet Hereafter.
shit, maybe you have heard of that. I kid, but and that brought Kate Hudson. So it's like the moving pieces really worked to this movie's favor, because I definitely think they got it right on both sides. But
I like one of my favorite scenes is early on when she says, "Look under my bed" for the records, and like your sister who left home leaves you a bunch of her awesome
Martin's
records.
like dream scenario.
Yeah, I was
older
like,
sister.
That's cool. And it's like, yeah, you could definitely hide those from mom because whatever, she probably not checking your room.
Did Martha leave you a bunch?
No, but I definitely got, she just had a bunch of stuff and there was no reason to hide it, so yes. But yeah, going through Simon and Garfunkel and The Who and whatever else, she left them a bunch of good stuff. There was a Cream album there. I have a bunch of them.
I bet you do.
Which is fun to see.
All Crow's albums, I believe I saw. Like
his actual, that's great.
Yeah,
of course.
I know. These are the things I was taking notes of the stuff because I was like, this is what Martin will appreciate.
Yeah, that's awesome.
As always, the only true currency in this bankrupt world is what you share with someone else when you're uncool. That and subscribing to our Film Fathers podcast wherever you listen. Thanks, and go to bed.